Hi everyone, Sully here from Black Ops Toys coming at you today with a build on this guy. This is the brand new Doechii Vietnam figure. This is a male version. We just did a female build that should be up on YouTube shortly, but we're going to go ahead and build this out. And let's get started. So I have everything laid out. You can see I have kind of things in groups. The hard part on this is this right here. And this is where we're going to probably spend the most time. The rest of it, fairly simple. You can set the figure up a couple different ways with this flak jacket or without. So based on the photos, I'm going to set this up how I would do it myself. You can follow the photo guide if you want to. There's not a ton of photos to work with, but I know a little bit about the Vietnam stuff, so let's go ahead and dig in. So this rivet belt, this has metal hardware. You can see all these little circles are little rivets, and you can see that you have little tiny fasteners right here. And they're going to go inside these little holes right here. Okay. So we just want to set it up and get it right the first time. So you have this little harness right here. Looks like a giant X. This is going to be your rear, I believe. This is going to be your front. So these right here will sit here, and this will sit on the back. Okay. Then you have a whole bunch of pouches. Let's go ahead and go over those real quick. Alice clips, that's these metal things right here. So this is basically how you fasten the pouches, canteen pouch, so the ammo pouches, to the belt. Okay. And they come in two parts. These are both metal. You can see that you have that little guy. And when you put this together, push this in here like that. And then you see it's got a little hole right here. And you just want to push that in, and that's fastened. Okay. So go ahead and play with this while you can, so you know how it works. I guess that's the best piece of advice. That way when you put it on, you know how it goes on. So first thing I'm going to do is put everything aside, and we're going to put this harness on.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
You don't have to slide anything on that. Once you get that harness on, you're going to have to unhook it to slide something on.
No. So this right here, you'll connect. You can see that I have this already on. Mm-hmm. The belt would just slide in here, and then you'd fasten it. Mm-hmm. So you don't need to slide it.
Okay, and there's nothing else with a big belt loop like the revolver or anything that's going to need to...
No, we have a 1911 here, and that's a shoulder holster.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just checking.
Yep, no problem.
Saving you the frustration.
Yeah. All right. So, first thing I want to do is kind of match this up. This is going to go in your rear in the middle. Okay. So what I can do is figure out where dead center is. And if you count, you can see these metal fasteners right here. We're going to go on the inside and count here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 8 in, that's center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 8. Okay. So this little guy has some metal fasteners right here, like little teeth. And we're going to go ahead and throw these in. You can see how that kind of just hangs there. And you can move it up or down, just depends on where you want it. We're going to go with it at the top. Okay. So that should be dead center. So now we're going to go with these little hooks here and here at your top holes on the one just next to this. A little bit tricky, not too bad. See how that clicks in? We want to make sure that these are laid out right, meaning facing the right way. Okay. All right, so that's your basic first hit. Then we're going to go the canteen pouches. So go ahead and remove the canteens from the pouch. You can see that we have 2 of these Alice clips for each pouch. Each pouch has 2 slots, 1 and 2. So we want this, you can see you want your US on the outside, obviously facing up, facing the correct way. But we're going to go here and here, and then come back to it. Okay. So what I'll do is have you film me put one of these on, and then I'll just do the other one. So. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much ready to go. Take it. Flip it over. You can see how that just clicks on the belt right there. And then we're going to take our other side. We're just going to fasten this. Okay, that's fastened. And we're going to do the other one. Okay. See how that's fastened? That's how it's going to look. So let's come back to it in just a second. We'll have the other one done. And we're back. I've fastened the other canteen pouch. I'm just throwing these in here so we can get a look at it. Now when this hangs and sits on the body, it's going to curve, so you're going to have a little bit more room on the sides. You can see how that you have more space for everything versus the tight where it's all bunched together. As soon as you curve it around, it's going to have some space. Okay, so you have these ammo pouches. These are for your M16 ammo mags, your 20 rounds. This actually shows these attached to the backpack. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to attach mine to the belt. You can see one Alice clip goes right there. If you did want to attach it to the backpack, the way that they did this, in my opinion, I don't know because of the stock shots, but you can undo this strap right here. So undo this all the way, and then you can slide that through right here. And that would sit right there like that. I'm going to throw these on the belt because I like that look better. So we're going to go here and here with those. We're also going to throw on a knife. So, all right. So you get a total of 6 of these, 2 for each canteen, and then we're going to use 1 for each of these ammo pouches. You also get these little guys. These could be little first aid pouches or a stroke pouch. You can see they also have a place for Alice clips. They do not come with more Alice clips. So these I'm going to go ahead and string right through here. And we're going to string them onto the harness. So again, we're going to take this, pop it out, throw it like that, and we're going to put it on here. I'm going to throw this knife on at some point. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but we will put that on there. I'm going to go right here, flip it again. Sorry, I'm trying to get which side this is going to go on. All right, so I want the knife over here. This just slides on. It's looking good, in my opinion. We got to figure out where we're going to put this side. hard to do and get it on camera, huh? Okay. All right, so it doesn't look quite straight yet, but again, once we put it on the body, it's gonna form up. Trying to be careful so I don't twist the straps. Okay, next, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna slide them on just so they stick around here. If you want to have some more play, what you can do is remove that. That gives us a little bit more spongy play, so we can actually get this strap through. Okay. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. That's good. Stuff this back in there. Okay. Now, we got to do a test fit. I'm going to go ahead and take this flak vest off. You can keep it on if you want to. You can set this guy up a couple different ways. One thing to notate, I really dig the head sculpt. So I love the expressions. So very good head sculpt in my opinion. It's different than your standard figure. Okay. Let's see. Just doing a test fit to see where this fits. So a couple things I noticed real quick. I'm going to move these ammo pouches towards more of the front right here. That's where I want them to sit. And then let's see. Trying not to get it twisted up. There we go. So that's how it's going to look on the back. Kind of an X pattern. And we're going to come around to the front. And you can see that these will attach on the belt here. So now it's just a matter of finding out which holes we're going to use. So I'm going to move the ammo pouches so they're squared in the center about right here. And then we'll go ahead and attach these on each side of the ammo pouch. All right, so I'm going to move this over. Want them to be even. Once you have the Alice clip on there, you should be able to slide it back and forth. So I think I got where we need to go. This is hard to do. All right, so we're going to come over here. And I'm going to go on that first hole right there. This one,
Everyone who heard that is going to go check their email.
probably. Okay, so that side's on. Hmm. Alright, so before I attach that last one, I'm going to throw it back on the figure so I can see if it's going to lay right. Okay, what I'm trying to not do is get anything twisted. Okay. Alright, so I know where I want it to go. What I'm doing with the tweezers is applying pressure so that it opens that hook up. Okay. All right, well that's good. That's good. Let's try it one more time. See if it's where we want it. What we really want is we want it to hang and drape properly. So what I should do is put some fishing weights in here and in here, and that'll help give it tension. But that's kind of what we're looking for right there. So let's take it back off. Come back to that. So this right here, pistol with shoulder holster. It's going to sit about right there. This does have a belt loop. Not necessary to use it. gonna sit about right there. Lots of webbing, so you're gonna get webbing all over the place. All right, so let's get on and do the backpack real quick. So backpack, I've taken the liberty and I've opened this up. It's like a giant, like a dry sack. So you can open it up. I put some padding in here and I put some coins to give it some weight, okay? And then I just reattach this. So you notice that you have grommet holes right here, then you have this guy right here, okay? Shovel. Just like the real thing. Okay, see these little metal things right here? They're going to attach right here. Okay. Then we just fold it back. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. You can cinch that down. You have a space up here. This could be for like a Law rocket launcher if you had one. You could throw it on the top of the pack or a bedroll. You also have another fastener right here. And then you also have some metal fasteners right here. But that's that. So the idea here is layering. Pistol would go on first, I think. If I'm wrong, leave that in the comments below. Ideally, that would be the last thing you'd want to take off of you. We got a lot of slack in here that we're going to want to take up. Yeah, we want this to hang lower. And we're back. Through the magic of television, I have found some pie weights. And pie weights are something that I work with quite often. I don't even know where I got this. I think at a craft store or something, but these are basically little lead weights. And I shove them in packs and pouches to give weight. And I dug these out yesterday, and I threw some pie weights in here and in here. Then I also threw one in here. And you can see it hangs better. So now we're pretty much almost done with the figure. We've got the pack. Now it's just kind of setting them up with the rest of the gear. So what I mean by that is you could have this figure done up a couple different ways. So you can do the flak jacket. You can add this in. What you want to do is layer it. So what I mean by that is I'd probably put the harness on first, then I would throw this on over the top. That way he could take his jacket off without taking off his web gear. So that's one way to think about it, but you want to put it on in layers. So if you wanted to take it off, you don't take off everything to have to do that. I'm going to go ahead and fasten this real quick. You can see we got to tighten up a couple things. I'll probably end up taping that down. You can connect this to the belt, but then you have a whole bunch of issues if you ever wanted to take it off. I would personally put it on first, then I'd put the web gear over. That way I could peel it off and still have the pistol on. So now it's just about getting it to hang right and look right. A couple of grenades. We have a watch. Ammo bandolier. This actually has magazines in it, so that's stuffed. Very, very cool. Carabiner. Also, you can do the boonie hat, which is a really nice quality boonie hat. Really love the brim. You could do this, or you could do the helmet. So, a couple different ways to set this up. I'm going to throw on these grenades. And again, you could set this up any way you want to. I'm probably going to throw these maybe somewhere on here. All right, so let's throw the ammo bandolier on because we know that he's going to have the rifle. That does have some weight to it, which is nice. I'm going to throw the helmet on. So it comes with this little tiny bucket thing. Just goes on there like that, just sits there. And you have the chin strap. A lot of people had the chin strap folded to the back, just like this. I'm going to leave it like that. Good looking figure. Throw the watch on. Now be careful. Just going to pop that off. If you have a hard time getting this hand off, what you'll want to do is dunk this in hot water, and that should make this pliable. You'll be able to just pop that right off. I'm going to throw the watch on. Throw this back on. Now you have a couple little web gear type things that are attached to these ammo pouches. I'm not sure how these actually fasten. What I am going to do is just tuck them behind so that you don't see them. Again, that's probably not correct, but that's what I'm going to do. So carabiner, I'd probably throw on the knapsack, and you can set this up any way you want to. Running out of real estate. We got some real estate right here. If you're into Vietnam era stuff, you know, there's tons of great videos and books and magazines that show various pieces of web gear, how people put it on and off. So you could do this 100 different ways. Rifle. Magazine does come out. Super cool. Various poses, but that's about it. That's about all she wrote. A couple things to come back in and trim up, but good looking figure. So I'll probably end up setting up another figure just like this, but with this on. Let's throw the backpack on just for shits and giggles. So these straps, you will have to loosen them. You can see they have little metal hardware right there. So I've loosened these a tiny bit. It's going to be a tight fit. Trying to figure out a good pose, have him hold the rifle. Some kind of natural state. There you go. Good looking figure. I'm actually really enjoying the Vietnam stuff right now. A couple things that you could upgrade. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out these boots and go to the Ujindu jungle boot, the green and black ones. And then you could buy various packs and pouches. You could add more to the knapsack. You could add a claymore bag if you wanted to. And then These right here would be great to weather. So a nice hint of weathering on all the packs and pouches, the uniform, make it look real good. But I'm happy with this release, very cool. If you like this video and you want to see more of them, make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for more exclusive and exciting content.